Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. This is Devin from Neptune Design, and today I'm going to show you guys how to set up Google Tag Manager on your WordPress website in under 10 minutes, and you don't need any coding or coding experience whatsoever. I'm going to take you through the process step by step. I hope you stick with me so that you can see all of this lovely data and have Google Tag Manager set up. No, it's not clickbait. I promise you. You see, I've got Google Tag Manager set up in my WordPress website. Okay, so I'm going to show you in this video how to do it. Stick around. Thank you very much for being with me today. Let me guide you through this process. Okay, so before I show you how to set this up in WordPress, I just want to quickly talk about what Google Tag Manager is and what you can use it for. Now, if you're an online marketer, or if you're a business, or if you're someone who is basically trying to market or advertise using PPC advertising, right? You are most likely going to need conversion tracking. Okay, conversion tracking basically allows you to see when somebody's clicked the ad and gone to your website or your landing page, if they've actually done a successful submission. This submission could be anything. It could be in the form of completing a form and sending it through, or it could be making a purchase on your website, right? So the step, or the main step that we need to do, is we need to install Google Tag Manager so that we can have a system to manage all of those different marketing pixels and marketing tags. Because if you're keeping on going into the code of your website and just installing tag after tag after tag, you might mess up the code. So it's smarter for you to install a tag manager system like Google Tag Manager onto your website, and then you've got the freedom to just install whatever tracking codes you need onto the tag managing system. The tag managing system will then basically allow you to manage it. It will allow you to delete some tags. It's a much easier and more effective way of dealing with your PPC ads when you've got multiple ads and you use multiple platforms. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do today. I'm going to show you how to quickly install Google Tag Manager into your WordPress website. Okay, so I'm on Google Sidekick, and Google Sidekick is basically a plugin that's going to help us to facilitate the installation of Google Tag Manager. So it's currently in beta, but you can download this and install it on your current WordPress website. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to click on Get Developer Beta. Then I am going to click on download right here. Obviously, you guys need to read this stuff. And also, I suggest that you back up your WordPress website and your database before you install this. But I've installed it on 2 websites so far. This is the 3rd one, and it hasn't given me any troubles. But I always suggest that you do that before doing anything to your WordPress website. Okay, so I'm going to click on download right here. Okay, and it's basically downloaded it through to my desktop. Okay, so I'm going to take you through how to install this on WordPress now. Now I'm back in my WordPress dashboard, and then I am going to go over to my plugins, and I'm going to say add new. And then I'm simply going to just upload the plugin. And I am going to say install. Okay, now while you're busy setting up this plugin, it's going to take you through connecting your Google Search Console and connecting your Google Analytics as well. Okay, So just bear with me while I go through all of those stages. I'm going to say activate plugin, and then it's just going to ask me for permission after permission after permission. Okay, so I'm going to click on the blue start setup button. Okay, so the first thing that you might see is the client configuration, and this might scare you, but I promise you it's got nothing to do with coding. Okay, all you're going to do is you're going to click this link over here. It's going to basically generate a configuration for you. So you just have to see that everything is right. Project name, application name, email. Yes, that's fine. Get your authorization credentials, which will take some time. And eventually it will give you a small snippet of code. Eventually it will give you a small snippet of code. There we go. Okay, so this is the snippet of code. You're just going to click on copy, and then you're going to paste it in there, and that's basically it. Okay, so you're going to say proceed, and it's going to take you through a whole bunch of authentication procedures just to make sure that you are actually the owner of the account. Now, for any of you who don't have Google Analytics or Google Search Console um, accounts, all you have to do is just basically go to those various websites and open accounts for yourself. And I'll post a link in the description below. Okay, so what it's basically doing now is it's linking my Google Search Console and it's linking my Google Analytics as well. Okay, it's verifying it by itself and it says that I'm good to go. So I'm going to say go to dashboard. Okay. Okay, so our Google Search Console is connected automatically. For those of you who don't know what Google Search Console is, it's basically where you go to register your website so that it's on the Google search results. So you need to do that, or you should have your developer do that when you basically start your website. But I'll leave a link in the description below for those of you who don't know. It's a fairly simple process to do it, and even with this, it's going to be much more simple. You just need to have a Google Search Console account open. Okay, so my Search Console account is already connected. That's why I can see my impressions and how many clicks I've got in my search funnel. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to connect our Google Analytics account. Okay, so I'm going to go to settings. Okay, and I am going to say connect more services. Now, ideally we want to connect the tag manager, but we need to set up our or connect our analytics account first. So I'm going to click on setup analytics. Okay, and now it's going to take me through a whole bunch of permissions. Now it's just confirming that it has the right account, the right property, and the right view. And this is perfect. It did this all by itself. So now I'm just going to say configure analytics. Okay. And as you can see now, my analytics is connected. Now, some of you might go through a screen that says this app is unverified. All you do is click advanced and say next because this plugin is from Google. It is quite safe. However, it's still in the beta stage. So there might be some changes that they make to the coding along the way. So don't worry too much about seeing that screen. Okay, so my analytics is set up now for the final stage, which is the Google Tag Manager. Okay, so I'm going to go back to settings. Okay, and I am going to click on setup tag manager. And as you can see, it's not grayed out anymore. Okay, so I'm going to click on setup tab manager. Okay, and this will just confirm that it has the right account. And there we go. That's the right account. And I'm going to say confirm and continue. Okay, and let's see. It should be connected. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, got it. I'm going to go to settings just to make sure, and it says that my tag manager is connected. Okay, so for those of you who want to run a quick test on this, I suggest that you go to Google Tag Assistant, right? This is basically a plugin for Chrome that you can install. So basically you are going to set up Google Tag Assistant. I've already got it on my PC. It's this little blue guy over here. And basically what that allows you to do is it allows you to test the page and to make sure that the tags are working. Okay, now the nice thing about Google Tag Assistant is it actually shows you when the tags on a website are working or when they are not working. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do before you run your Google Tag Assistant is I want you to go to your Google Tag Manager. Okay, go to your Google Tag Manager account, Google Tag Manager, and what I want you to do is whichever version you're on. I'm assuming if you're installing this plugin that you don't yet have version. So what I want you to do is I want you to publish your first version. Okay, you have to publish. That's how basically your Google Tag Manager gets activated. So make sure you have published at least one version. As you can see, I'm on version 2 here. You don't have to set up any tags. Just make sure you publish a version. Okay, that's your first step. Okay, now what I want you to do is, once you installed your Google Tag Assistant, if you look on your right hand side, you'll see this little blue icon. I want you to click on it and say enable and click on record. Now, if your website tag manager has been uploaded properly, this is the screen that you will see. And if you have not installed this properly, this is the screen that you will see. Bear in mind, guys, that in both cases you have to push enable and record, and you have to be on the main page of your website. Okay, you have to be on any page on your website, but it has to be one of your website pages. It can't be the WordPress dashboard. Okay, so you're just gonna push the Google Tag Assistant, you're gonna push enable and then record, and then you're gonna refresh the page, and then you should be good to go if it looks like the previous examples. All right, so this has been Devin from Neptune Design. Now, thank you very much for watching this video. If you guys are interested in getting conversion tracking for your ads, or if you're not that knowledgeable about Google Tag Manager and you just want us to take the stress and headache out and you just want to see if your ads are working with conversion tracking, I want you guys to visit us at Neptune Design. We take all of the stress out of the process, so please consider us. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please like and subscribe so I can make more videos.